Alrighty, I think we're good. Hey everybody, happy to see you guys. Let me just finish up one thing here. I just want to make sure that when everything is done on this stream, that's fine for now. I can make sure the other one's ready to go for us. Excuse me, guys. Schedule live, yes, okay. We go on. And it should be good for us right now. Perfect. Let's go for 8 o'clock-ish. That should be fine. All right. Hey everybody. Hey, the awkward. Hey, Thess, David, and French. Hope you guys doing okay. Hey, Thess, yeah, I'm doing a little bit better. I still got the phlegm in my throat, but overall, I'm pretty much over the COVID stuff, so I'm pretty happy about that. Once I get the rest of my cough out of the way, I'll be much, much happier, to say the least, right? Let's see. Hey, French, you worry how? Oh, making bears worry. Well, right now Bitcoin should technically be falling a little bit more than it is right now, but bulls are showing a little bit more strength than anticipated. So if you look over here, we'll talk about this about going forward. After this breakdown, I shorted Bitcoin down here. There's a couple opportunities you guys have when we break down. The first one is actually the actual breakdown here, or actually I think it might have been a little bit different, the 45-minute, which I was using. Yeah, right here. But then it usually comes back up here to tap, and I opened up a short right here. A little bit before then, but ended up working out. I sold for a little bit of a profit here. We should have kept on coming back down. The fact that we had some strength here, you can see the volume increase, that does make bears worry here, especially for you day traders out there too. All right, there we go. So it is nice to see though, because technically we should have been down here a little bit, but the fact that we're staying strong does make a nice little case for Bitcoin here. Now this is the 15 I'm thinking right here. Yeah, we'll leave the 15 on here for a few seconds. And then we'll go over all the same stuff with Bitcoin here over the next few minutes as well. What is, hold on. Hearing a ping. Oh, it must be coming from my phone here. Hold on. Sorry about that. Let's see. Hey, hey Ryan, YouTube actually reminded you? Yeah, so what I've been doing here on my part is not really much with the YouTube as far as, like making sure it reminds you, but you guys know I'm splitting apart my YouTube channel. On this channel, there's going to be breakout plays and me streaming. That's what the majority of what I'm doing is going to be focusing on this channel. The other channel is going to be more based on tutorials, any news that I might find, something like that. Basically less me on the screen, more tutorials and stuff like that. And I like that. And one of the cool perks about that is that when I stream, you guys are always going to be reminded about it, because I know it's been a problem with me posting. If I post too many videos in a day, you guys won't get notified on the fourth time I publish a video, which will usually be the stream or something like that. So basically, what's the channel name? It's called Breakout City Tutorials. So let me go over here. It only has a few hundred subscribers because I haven't really been pumping it out to you guys as much as I should have been. But basically, it just has like 300 subscribers. I don't even have a fancy little thing on it, little thing on it yet. But basically, all it is it's going to be basically tutorials. So tutorials, scanner settings. So if you guys want to learn how to, all my Finviz presets, like this type of stuff, SMA crossover versus low PE value versus new highs versus oversold with earnings coming, whatever it may be. I'll have tutorial videos on the website so you guys can add this to yourself. I like this way a little bit better. I don't actually earn money for the videos I post on this channel because I don't have 4,000 watch hours on it yet or 1,000 subscribers. But I'm okay with that personally. I think over time the channel will do fine, so I don't mind the money so much for now. But it'll be fun to kind of show you guys this type of stuff as well. I went to Portland, Oregon today. If you guys don't know, I live around Tacoma, Seattle area in Washington. I went down to Portland today and I bought a new camera for my headshots and like my videos I'm going to be making. So now the whole process will get a lot more streamlined. Excuse me, a lot more streamlined. And if you guys want to see, let me see if I can find it here. It's called the Black Magic 6K. I got it from a place called Oh, I forgot. Photo Pros. Photo Pros. I think that's what it was. Hold on a second here. The guy that was like super nice. Like I was so surprised about how much knowledge they had about cameras. Pro Photo Supply. Yeah, Pro Photo Supply. They're really, really helpful. But it was about like a 5 hour, 6 hour drive today. But look, check this out. Black Magic Winter 22 sale maybe. So it's this one. I just bought it in person. Um, but it's the Black Magic Design Pocket Cinema Camera 6K. I also bought a lens for it. And then I also got some small little hickey stuff for it on extra stuff. But it seems to be a very good one. All my friends swear by it, so that's really cool to know. I got myself one of these SanDisk things. I'm pretty excited about it. And from here, what's going to happen is my breakout videos and stuff like that are going to change up a little bit now that I finally have this camera and I don't have to rely on my iPhone, which has okay quality but not what I want to see, especially since I actually have all the lighting stuff around me. So basically, my videos will be more of me sitting down somewhere, maybe a desk, maybe a table, whatever it may be. I'll have to kind of spruce up my living room up here a little bit. And then from there, the camera will be facing me. I'll start talking about something, whatever it may be. And then in the side, you'll see a little window of what I'm talking about, and I'll be talking about a little bit of stuff. And then after that quick little 10-second intro to what we're talking about, then my face will be out of the picture, and it'll go to whatever we're looking at. And then I'll describe it, what's there. I'll have some, animation saying, hey, here are clear levels of support and resistance. A lot of people don't like to trade off of the day-to-day actions, which is fine. A lot of you guys just want to trade the major breakouts and the major breakdowns. And so when we see those major breakdowns coming or those major breakdowns coming, I'm going to start giving you guys a little alert saying, hey, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hello, my name is Michael Whitman, blah, blah, blah. Welcome to Breakout City, whatever. And then from there, I'll give you guys saying, hey, this is that level you don't want it to break down below. This is the level you don't want it to break down and close below more precisely. And then from there, you guys can make a decision if you want to sell something from there or whatever. Because something I realized here as I was talking to a couple people that watch the channel every now and again, so if you guys watch my stream every day, you guys will know that, let me get out of here. You guys know over the past few months, I've been giving you guys some sell places, some places you could sell. The most recent one being right here for a major sell-off, which was the neckline that we had. This line is not where it's supposed. Oh, this line was from over here. I adjusted it, but for now we can just say arrow. Yeah, the 38,800 level, excuse me, $39,600 level. That neckline that we had, that was the if you guys had a swing trade or anything up here, if you guys wanted to sell, that was a good opportunity. Well, I'm realizing more and more that not everybody has time, especially when I'm streaming, because I have to take care of my mom, sister, get food, my personal trading, all that type of stuff I have to do and focus on. I don't really have a lot of time to be doing, streaming as much as I used to, basically. So, and a lot of people have missed out on those times where I said, hey, this is that ultimate level where you want to be very, very, very careful about buying anything once this falls, because, it just went bad. And there was a few more as we came up here to these breakdown levels, etc. So I'm going to also make videos for you guys to just say, hey, heads up, this is what's going on. It'll be somewhere in the format of me sitting down, or in some circumstances, if I want to do a standing technical analysis video for you guys, it'll be me standing in front of the TV back there and me with my little extender stickeroo. And then from there, I'll be pointing to what's important and what's not. I'm going to try to get one off of Amazon later on today, like a little stick to point. But since it does get pretty dark in here, I'm hoping to get one that kind of glows in the dark or that has like a light. Worst case scenario, I'm using a lightsaber, so that may be kind of fun. But yeah, so that's something I'm really excited to do from now on. It'll take me like a week because I have no idea how to use that camera though. That camera looks very, very complicated. And because of it, I'm going to take my time and learn how to use it. Like I told my mom, she wanted to hang out later on. I told her what I'm going to do is I'm going to come visit her. We'll watch a movie or something. But while we're watching a movie, I'm going to have like a headphone in, or these headphones in particular on. And I'm going to be learning how to use the 6K camera because I have no idea how to use it. No idea whatsoever. I've never had a cinema grade camera before, so I'm pretty excited to see how it all pans out. Let's see. Oh, hey, Lisa. Let's see. Hey, Bobby, Ireland time, Thes, Fritz. What's right here? Let's see. Hey, Hota, YouTube reminded me as well. That's good that things are working out pretty nicely then. Okay, that's nice to see. And hey, Ryan. Hey, Square. That's right here. Let's see. Hey, Kulo. Good night, y'all. Have a good night, my man. Let's see. Yeah, it'll be pretty fun to figure out how to use it. Let me see if I can find it up here again. I know I can find it right here. There we go. So it's gonna be this one right here in the middle. No, this one right here. Sorry, this is the Pro. I don't need a Pro. But basically featuring, yeah, it has a super whatever sensor stuff I don't know how to do. It has a whole bunch of cool stuff, but I'm really excited to see how I can use this camera. I played around with it a little bit. I did some filming with it. It takes up a lot of storage. So one of my friends is gonna help me figure out how to get a better storage device for it, because right now what I got isn't gonna cut it. But basically it'll be very good. It'll increase the quality of my work here. And and since I'm like 95% off of this COVID train type stuff, and that last 5% is just the phlegm you hear in my throat when I talk too much. Once that's over, I should be good to go and start pumping out content again. Until then, I'm going to start trying to pump out some content, do some breakouts, do some daily Bitcoin technicals and stuff like that. So like what I'll probably do is a daily Bitcoin video for you guys. That daily Bitcoin video will probably it'll be daily until the point where Bitcoin starts to get a little bit more boring now. Like, you know, maybe I'll do one at a specific time. But then after that, I'll do some technical analysis about maybe Ethereum, Doge, Matic, ADA, any of those particular coins, or any of the coins that you guys are looking at, or any coin that's kind of floating around YouTube that people are talking about. I'll do a technical analysis video for that as well. And I think that'll kind of lead me on a nice little, path there going forward. And then I'll put out a little... and at the end of the videos, I'll say, hey, if you like this content, please make sure to subscribe. And I have another channel called Breakouts to these tutorials and that type of stuff. So I think things will be pretty good overall. Let's see. Hey, Alyssa, happy to see you back. Happy to see you back. Let me see over here very fast, guys. Let's see where Bitcoin's going at the moment. Let me just do a double check because I've been driving the whole day. The weekly charts still haven't closed. We might have a few more weeks before that happens, unless Bitcoin really wants to soar next month. Then we might have a good thing coming on there. But what it feels like it's happening still here is we're just trying to do a little bit of a curl, right? It feels like that's what's going to happen. If we break out, that'll change a lot of stuff. Let's see what happens if that does come to pass. But right now, I'm still thinking that Bitcoin is overall pretty bearish, right, guys? Although I'm hoping we can see something good happen there. Let's see. Right here. Monthly hasn't done anything yet. We're close to, this is what I'm kind of afraid of. I don't really have much data here as far as, let me actually open this up all the way. Take off volume, because volume is always annoying. And I'm going to go Bitcoin here. And then I want to go to Coinbase. What is that? There we go. And hey, Anonymous, I'll look at that. Oh, I'll look at that chart in a few seconds here. Hold on a second. Let's get the Fibonacci off there for now. So this is a monthly chart, okay? So this is every single month. One is a month. So we've had some fantastic months, a few bad months, a few good months, a few bad months, right? Oh, man. This cough, man. All right. What's the last... I mean, when we break down below these, what happens? This is a pretty long one, it looks like. Pretty long one. This one wasn't too bad. I mean, the following month was a disaster, but any more scenarios? Not really much going on there. Okay. What is this purple? MA of the weekly? Seems to be support, so the 200 weekly has been the support when you're breaking down below this. So, I mean, I still think the most reasonable thing is going to happen is first we're going to test out what is it, the 28,800 level. Then we may end up coming back down towards the low 20s after that. But for now, let's just kind of focus on what happens as we approach the 20 moving average on the monthly chart. This seems like it'd be a pretty big thing here. I mean, we don't do it that often, of course, but it looks like when we do it, something pretty nasty happens. So one here, one that happened right after. I hope we don't have a bad March. That'd be pretty sad. But for now, if it looks like if we're going to have something bad happen, it would happen February. But this, wait. Oh, I see. Sorry. It's still January over here where I'm at. I'm guessing in a bunch of other places right now, it's still, it just turned February. And that's why I'm like, oh, why is this here? But 27 days left. So it would happen in this month right here. So let's keep an eye on it. If we break down below this, it might take a few weeks. It may even take the full month to break down below it. But if it does, it should be a pretty drastic fall. And hopefully it'll stop right here at the $28,800 level, and then we could test it out from there and see if we can find some support. But again, this is a monthly one, so you won't even see it. You won't even see all the fighting that goes on right here. You'll just see it at the end of the day, maybe a big red candle or something like that. Meanwhile, on the weekly, you can kind of see a little more, ebbs and flows, because every 4 of these candles equals 1 of the other candles. All right here. Pull the volume back up. Let me pull this back up here, and let me see what I can find on Discord. I'm not going to do this too often here as far as looking up the charts, but since it is a Monday, I'm fine with it. Let's see. Let's see. Which one is it? I'm guessing you're talking about this one. Oh, the MACD. MACD flips negative bearish in July 2018. So you're saying it's going to bearish for the short term? Let me see if I can go back up here to the other one. Oh, okay, here we go. I didn't even realize this. Oh, my things are blocking it. Connect PlayStation Network. No thanks. I don't use PlayStation all too much. Yeah, we do see that wall there. That's nice to see. Actually, here. I mean, I like it. I think it's important. Let me see right here. I think you had one that I liked right here. Yeah, there you are. I would like to see a nice little bounce to happen off here. But it should be pretty interesting to watch, see how everything plays out. I think it's well done. Like, hold on a second here. I pay for a service. I don't remember exactly what it's called. It's one of the things I need to remember that I pay for it, so I can show you guys information here every now and again. I think somebody said it was blocking something one time, so I took it off and I forgot to put it back on. Let's see. There you go. So some of that data you have, I can see some of the charts here. Some new updates. Okay, that's pretty nice to see. Why is this so far down? Okay, sorry. I looked at the numbers over here and I was like, why are we so low? Okay. So you can see some of the blocks that are happening right here as far as where some of the action is. Can I... 10 Bitcoin minimum block. There we go. Or 11, close enough. But as we get closer in here, you do see some nice levels of support. Now, if we get back up here to 41,000, that'd be pretty interesting to see what happens there. But a lot of sellers in that market. But we have been steadily creeping up here. Let me go to the 4-hour chart very fast. Creep this down here a little bit. Maybe I should make a little tutorial about how to read this type of stuff, because I don't think many people actually look at this often. I don't even use this that often, to be honest. But I just wanted to get another tool to help you guys out here. But you guys can go little bit by little bit, and you can see all the blocks in here. Some are small, some are big. You can see, like, down here we have a block just past it for like 200 Bitcoin or so. Usually Bitfinex. There we go, 204. So that's pretty interesting to see. Yeah, but I'll do some more research on this one a little bit later, and I'll tell you what I find out. I haven't looked at it in a while. Let's see. Hey, Square Bagel. Let's see right here. Hey, Bideford, good evening, my man. Hey, Kenzie, does everyone make money? I would assume not everybody makes money, because somebody has to lose money in a lot of these trades here, but I try to help out as many people as I can. And hey, RW, I'm happy I'm on too. I was afraid I wasn't going to be here tonight because I had, I was afraid I was going to get stuck in traffic or something like that coming back from Portland. Let's see. Ethereum looks like it's holding up pretty well. That it is, yeah. And hey, Kulo, where did all the Doge excitement go? I'm pretty sure people they're just holding Doge and waiting for it to go back up. I mean, we've been talking for a while. We've been watching the breakdowns occur. My stance on it has pretty much been playing the pops off of it every now and again. And then if you guys want to buy some for the long term, go for it, but don't double down, triple down into Doge. Just kind of leave with your Doge alone. But you know, I think like most of the market, we're just kind of waiting to see what happens. There's not much excitement going around for anything. I think the only excitement I've maybe seen is some of the really low market cap coins that are very manipulated, that can be easily manipulated. That's like the only excitement I've really seen in the market overall here. But you know, it depends on what you're looking for, I guess. Most of the excitement that I've seen are from people that I know that are shorts, because they're happy that the market's going down because they're making money off of those moves, right? So it kind of depends on which way you're looking at this point. Let's see. Anonymous Bitcoin, there you go. Let's see. Yeah, no worries. I mean, I'm hoping we can go up higher here. We do have a couple levels of resistance. Here, let me show you guys. Basically, you know, Anonymous already knows this, but for you guys that don't, what I'm pretty much waiting for now, just like to get any more enthusiasm out of Bitcoin, what I'm really waiting for is some type of breakout. That breakout needs to be something that looks nice. What's right here? This orange line. Let me make it white just to make it a little bit easier on you guys' eyes. And you guys can see this, I believe. So yeah, okay, hold on. There we go. This is what I want to see happen. I want to see us break out above this white line. Right now, the one thing we're having some trouble with is the 20-day moving average. You can see it's been kind of gliding us down. The last time we broke above the 20 was right over here on December 22nd. Popped above it for all of a few days, then we got slammed back down. Wasn't nice to see. We consolidated a little bit more, then we ended up continuing to fall. So right now, we're coming into contact with that 20-day moving average. 60 to 70% chance we get knocked down pretty hard over the next few days. You know, 20 to 30%. Smaller chance that we have an aggressive move above the 20-day moving average, because if we pop above this, we can get back up here towards 41,000, almost like $41,500. My price target when we were down here was about anywhere from 38,000 to 42,000. So I mean, it's still possible. We hit the $38,000 mark. I wish we would have been a little bit higher. We tried to a few days ago, but you guys know the Federal Reserve announcement kind of took us by surprise, and it kind of tanked to the Bitcoin market as well as the SPY and the regular market for a little bit. But there's been a nice rebound so far. I'm looking at our next level of support, and seems to be about 39,600. And if you guys know that's the neckline here, right? For this head and shoulders. Just a quick reminder for you guys, when you guys do see these head and shoulders play out, and we look at the graph here, patterns. No, not a double top, my bad. What's my head and shoulders at? You see on the head and shoulders, it kind of shows the dotted line coming down, but back up towards support and then continuing to fall. So right now, I think we're in that zone. So don't get too excited just yet. I'm hoping we can break out, right? I mean, but I could even draw a line on here, like here, a red line. It's not going to be straight at all. I'm sorry about that. But you could even see if I were to draw a line on this, it still hasn't broken out in that scenario. So what I would need to see to get more happy and more bullish and more optimistic about Bitcoin, like I'm optimistic for Bitcoin in the long run, but you know, I'm a very practical guy in the short term. I can't risk my money if I don't, you know, I'm not going to risk my money if I don't have to here. I want to see a breakout occur. Until I see a breakout occur, I would be looking for an opportunity to buy or open a short position on Bitcoin. That's what I'd be looking at in the short term here. Until that happens, you know, I'm just gonna really wait to see what wait and see approach. I'm kind of sitting on my hands, maybe buying up some altcoins I like, and I, you know, for the long term. But I'm not really doing any type of short term trades that would make me money if I held for a few days. Does that make sense? You guys can do some day trading, which is perfectly fine. There's been ample opportunities to do day trading here. FTM had a great rally. Ethereum was doing okay the other day. I think Elon Coin had a good return as well, and I think ICP had a little bit of a boost, which was fun to watch. So overall, still bearish, unfortunately, but there's hope. It's just, what is Gandalf saying at Lord of the Rings? Hope is kindled. It's just like a little fire right now. It's not a raging fire where it's back here when everything's starting to chug up and chug up. We're a little bit more than embers right now. We're like some kindling fire. Kindling fire. When we come back down to if we end up coming down to like 20,000, we break down below this neckline here of 28,800, the support from last year. If we end up falling down below that, when we have the death cross on the weekly chart, etc., then that'll be one where embers, and embers, that'll be a great opportunity to buy. But again, buy a little bit here, consolidate maybe a little bit more. If it starts to break back out, a little bit more, obviously, and then whenever it breaks out this line here, then you can start looking a little bit more excited. But I'm hoping it won't just be a straight shot down here. I'm hoping, even if we are forced to come back down here, we might come back up to, 39,600, maybe even break out above before taking one more slam down. Because if you guys remember on the weekly chart, we haven't crossed down just yet. It just so happens the last few times we've crossed down, we've run into the 200 moving average on the weekly chart. The last time we closed down here, we came down to it again. So it seems like this is a pretty good level of support that we run into at least every 2 years. I wish Coinbase kind of went back further, but we have it back. And actually, let me just do a little bit of just a check, just to see if we have anything else. Bitcoin, anything else here? No, I don't think so. As far as when I can go back in time to find. But yeah, so I mean, there's some historical precedent here. Precedent. You guys know what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry. Precedent. There we go. But it hasn't. The cross hasn't actually happened yet, and we came really close to it happening back here in September. We did not. We're coming pretty close to having it happen here pretty soon as well over the next few weeks, and then of course, we'll have to kind of see what happens there. But if we can get a breakout here over the next few weeks, and then come back up here in a way that's fast enough for us to resist that cross, I think Bitcoin will be in fantastic shape. I really think it'll be in really good shape. But until that happens, I'm going to follow the trend, and if you guys are looking at this trend right now, we're headed downwards. But I mean, I'm kind of okay that the worst case scenario for Bitcoin that I can see is about $20,000. If we ended up coming back, or probably with the wick, probably to 16,000 if things got really freaky. But if we fell down below that, I mean, that would be a much larger, cause for concern than just hitting 20,000. I'm not too concerned with $20,000 as far as Bitcoin's concerned for a couple of reasons here. This makes it a lot more realistic that our favorite altcoins will boom a second time to some really great levels. This would be a great opportunity to buy those altcoins. So while Bitcoin may only fall, an extra 47, maybe 45 something percent more from where it is now, and we get that large level of support, from here, it should be looking pretty good. You may see stuff like Ethereum Classic. If Ethereum Classic comes all the way back down, it may actually come back down to the $7 range, okay? Which is going to be a lot more drastic, as you notice that altcoins would normally fall down quite a bit more than any other, than Bitcoin or Ethereum. Ethereum may come all the way back down here to less than $1,000. Now, I don't think it'll do that. I mean, its last real level of support is going to be right around here, about 1,200. It'll come to at least 1,200. From there, it might come back down to about, under 1,000. Yeah. Let's hope the 200 moving average can help it there. But Ethereum could have a pretty nasty fade as well. I'm hoping the fact that it's kind of tied close to Ethereum, it may help it out here a little bit more. But, we'll have to wait and see how this one plans out. But look forward to some of the videos I start doing later this week and next week. Now that I bought a $2,000 camera to actually record myself properly, I should be able to just streamline my whole process because I got the SD card or the SanDisk card, whatever they're called. I should be able to just plug it in my computer, record behind me. You know, I'm going to be using my 77 incher as the screen for me, and then I think everything will kind of work out there. So I'll go more into depth on those ones. But right now, you know, if this Bitcoin drop does come down, just expect some craziness. I would say, you know, we're heading down right now anyway, but if you guys ever had, you know, wanted to start saving a little bit of money, I'd be saving money for an opportunity like this. And then you guys would be looking to start scaling in your opportunities somewhere, as soon as Bitcoin hits around 25,000. I would start to slowly buy up some altcoins, and even if the price of altcoins continues to go down, I would still be looking to buy a few here or there, only a smaller amount, of course. And then if Bitcoin does get back down to the 21,000, 22,000, you could definitely get a little bit more heavier in your positions, a little bit more optimistic, a little more bullish on them. And remember, well, no, those are going to be for longer term swing plays. You don't have to do too much of it. If you guys are going to try to day trade through those opportunities, I would just remind you, try to have a plan worked out a full half an hour before you actually execute the trade or open a position. It'll save you a lot of grief than trying to catch on to something as it's free falling, because normally, just out of the way the psychology of traders work, when you try to buy on a strong move down, the majority of the time, not all the time, the majority of the time you guys are going to buy at the wrong time, and there's a tendency for it to start going up as soon as you buy back in, or you try to short, or you try to, you know, try to profit off of whatever move is coming. So just understand that, you know, and relax. And that one thing I'll tell you guys here as well, before we go back to the shorter time frames here, and you guys have any questions, I'll be happy to look at answer them as well. We do have a support on the Fibonacci right around here at 28,700-ish levels, and that matches up perfectly, or not, you know, close as perfect as you can get to, with this neckline down here. So we do have a lot of support. So I'm really hoping that we don't end up crashing down here in the first place. I think right now we're going to try to test it out. We might have one more bounce after we test it out, and then from there, you know, we'll either try to have a nice breakout or whatever. But I think we have an opportunity to try to at least stave off this 20,000. But I could really see us coming back down to 30,000 in the short term. Hope I'm wrong about that, though. Let's back up here. And hey, Sly, thank you for joining the Ruby level very, very much. If you have any questions, you know you can ask me anything you want, any coin. If you guys are members, you guys have the opportunity to ask me any question you guys want to, and I really do appreciate it. And look out for some breakout videos coming out soon too. Once the stock market kind of levels off here a little bit, I'm gonna be giving you guys a lot more plays. I want to give you guys more plays now, but the market's just not. I could give you plays, but I don't have time at the moment. I don't have time at the moment to really be doing some really grinding work on it, because you guys normally know I normally look at my like 15 to 20 stocks that I pay attention to. Which reminds me, I will put out a poll tomorrow to ask you guys what stocks you guys want me to look at. I have for the portfolio, I have 13 that I chose myself, and I'm going to let you guys choose the other 7 because I like my stocks the way I like my stocks. But I want to give you guys the opportunity to pick the stocks that I'm also going to be looking at. So whenever there's a breakout on here, I will do a video about that breakout. And if there's a breakout in any other type of stocks that you guys are mentioning or you guys are asking me about, I'll do a video about for those as well. Just give me like a day or two to do it. And I think that'd be pretty fun. And I'll try to integrate the charts, first of all, any news that's coming out. And then I'll also be integrating the... it's right here. I'll also be integrating into the videos a lot of option flow data, so we can see, hey, Boeing is breaking out, but why does it always do this to me? Hold on. Log in. Oh, hold on. Email. There we go. Log in. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Live option flow. So I'll also be putting out the option flow data here so we can see what's moving in. I'll see if there's any, you know, a heavy flow. You can see right now, you know, what is all the money going to? Triple Q. Wow, Triple Q block puts. Yowza. So, you know, you'll see a whole bunch of where all the big money is going for. Sometimes it'll be stuff we want to see. Sometimes I'll just do calls bought above the ask, like so they're really looking for it here. And today it was probably a lot of Tesla, etc. But like, let's say Boeing is breaking out, for example, well, I'll just come up here and I'll just type in BA, right? Boeing. Enter, sorry about that. And then from here, I can see, okay, well, what are people buying today? There's a lot of calls, some puts involved. The put was sold, the put was bought, okay, bought. So let me go over here to expiration. And in the short term, I see some calls sold. I see some puts bought, calls bought, call sold fast, okay. Bids. I mean, there's a lot of information here. Most of it's kind of mixed. I'm looking at the dates. These are all for 2-4 here. And there's not much money tied up behind them. You can see the premiums. Only a few thousand each. Like, it's not even in the millions like you would expect something more bullish here. So, what I would do to kind of fix this up a little bit is I'd be out of the money. I want to see bought. Okay, so what was being bought? I see a little bit more green than I see in red in here. So I would say the more bullish about it. At least for the buying, what was going on here. And I would kind of integrate that into the video. Now, this isn't the most bullish case for Boeing here, which is why you can hear kind of like the hesitation roars, like But if there is a circumstance when things are looking really good for it, I'll be more optimistic in the videos and you'll see stuff like that. But you guys know I don't fake my emotions when it comes to like data that I'm looking at and things of that nature. And hey, Sly, thank you very, very much for the super chat, man. We got higher lows, long term. Thanks for the content the past year, Mike. Hey, Sly, I really do appreciate it. If if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And I do like these higher lows. I'm hoping we can stay well in these higher lows here. If we stay above the 28,800, that'd be a nice staircase, so to speak, to keep us driving up here, and that would lead to a breakout, which would make me again a lot more optimistic for Bitcoin. Unless we have a breakout occur, we're gonna keep coming down. Like, that's just technically a fact, and just kind of like a feeling, because as soon as that weekly death cross happens, I mean, the majority of the time, I mean, it's only happened a few times here, right? Because Bitcoin's so new, but the last couple times it's happened in 2018 and 2020. Both times we've come back down to that 200 weekly moving average, which in this case is going to be around 20,000, maybe 21,000 by the time it occurs. So, maybe we don't even come back to 20,000. Maybe we just come back down to 21,000 or something similar, right? So, either way, I'm not too concerned. As a trader right now, I'm just like, well, it's going to take some time, of course. I'm not happy about that. But the long-term coins I hold, it's going to take a while for them to recoup some of their losses, or go back up to the profits I want to see there. But it is what it is. There's no reason for me to try to force this to happen right now. There's things that could happen at this moment in time that could make me really enthusiastic about Bitcoin, like a breakout or something like that. But if that does happen, I'll be excited. But until then, it's just like time to wait and see what happens here. Because every time we should be breaking down, we're having a nice little, we're finding some type of support. So if you guys look right here and we go to the 15-minute chart, we just managed to bounce off of the 50 moving average here. We'll see how much higher we can go, but you can see how we were looking to come back down here. And on top of that, we had the breakdown here last night, or yesterday. Clear breakdown, came back up to the old trend line, which happens a lot. Kind of lock that away in your notes, so to speak. After breakdowns, a lot of times we like to come back up here to test support before coming back down hard. And we did come back down hard here. This was a perfect opportunity to short. I shorted it. Came back down 3.5%. Excuse me. Now, just going off of previous knowledge, I would assume that we kind of come up at here a little bit more, consolidate before coming another leg down. But nope, we found support, volume kicked in, and then boom, we were right back above that 200 on the 15-minute chart. Right? So that's why I only wait for these breakouts points here, because in the majority of the time, not much is happening, right? This trend line here took a while. So I knew when it broke down, it was going to break down. Had a nice breakdown. I made some money off of it. Held close to an old support level. That's fine. But for now, I'm just waiting to see what happens now. I don't really feel any need to be openly trading this at the moment, just because of all the support levels below this here. Mostly just moving averages, so to speak. But still, I want to see where we can go from here without, and I can do that without actually opening a position, if that makes sense. That's why the better you guys get at trading on your journey to becoming full-time, the less trading you will do. Because when you make the money, you're going to be making a good amount of money per trade. So, for instance, when I shorted this right here, okay. Now this is the 5. I shorted it right here, okay. Shorted it right here, and I had, let me draw this down. I had a 50x leverage, all right, 50x. Pretty aggressive here, but I know what I'm doing. For you guys who are trading and you guys are trying to learn leverage, how to do leverage, you guys know I have the link down below for BitGet. They have paper trading, so you guys can practice trading with fake money. I would stick to 5x leverage for you guys starting off. Maybe even 2x leverage if you guys are kind of skittish about using leverage in the first place. Start off with 2 to 5%, and then if you guys really feel like you guys are confident down the road and you guys are making consistent gains, then maybe hop up to, 10 to 20% and don't go higher than that for probably 5 or 6 months, just to really protect yourself, because leverage can be a pain. Leverage can really mess with your emotions if you're not careful. But so I opened a position right here. It's actually a little bit lower. I didn't get that up here at that good point, but right here, and I ended up selling right. Let's see what I over here. Okay, see where my mouse is? Right up here as I was rebounding. I could have sold there. I thought we might have a little bit more of an opportunity, but I felt that we might come back above the 20 moving average here on the 5. And not that we might not come back down even more. My thought was I don't want to wait for that to happen. I just want to get out because I was busy pretty much. And I think it was late at night. Yeah, it was pretty late. So I was like, you know what? I'll just take my money and run. But so you can see about 3.5%, let's just call it 3%. So 3 times 50, that play netted me 150%. All right. So if I was doing, $100 or $1,000, you get 150% profit back on it. You're going to be looking pretty good for a day's work. So if you guys, I don't know, most of you guys don't know how much you guys trade, but let's say you guys did a $200 trade. You guys might have gotten somewhere around $400 to $500 back on that one trade. And, if you do that, sorry guys, I'm bad at simple math sometimes. Hold on one second. So let's just do the, let's say you guys just put $200 down, right? And you got back $300. Let's not even be too aggressive there. So 3 divided by 9, like 9-hour job. I think that's how you do it. You're still earning about $33 for an hour compared to whatever job you have normally. So you don't have to be so. I mean, again, this is with the 50x leverage, which is pretty aggressive if I do say so. I mean, I've used 125x leverage before, and it's terrifying because if Bitcoin goes down 1% or up 1% and you're going against that trade, you're automatically down 125% on your investment, which can be very, very, very nerve-wracking for all of you new traders out there. But you're earning like $30 an hour, off of that one trade just by putting a few $100 down, making that 3% down or 3% up, whatever you guys would be hoping for. That you could see how you could make that a decent amount of money. The thing is, it's hard to do that consistently. So let's say instead of making $300 on on a day per trade, let's just say you make $200. Okay, 200 divided by 9. So you're making about $20 an hour. I mean, that's not bad at all. You multiply that by 40 hours per week. And multiply that by, actually, let me just push enter here very fast. Don't do this. 22 times 40 times 4. You're making $3,500 a month. I mean, of course, you got to pay the 15% taxes, but I mean, it's not bad. It's not terrible. I mean, I think a lot of people would kill for that. But the trick here is, in order to get those types of gains and stuff like that in the market, you have to be consistent. And, that's when it comes to, like, when do you actually want to open a position? The way I'm teaching you guys at the moment is probably the most cautious way to trade, and it's my most favorite way to trade. Because when I'm more cautious, I can add more money in there with less risk, so to speak, on my part. But I say, hey, you short at the breakdowns, or you sell the positions you've accumulated before the breakdown, and then boom, you saved yourself from having to deal with this. Or if you shorted, you're making a good amount of money right here. And of course, you sell. Well, the proper way to do it is scaling out. So when I said I sold right here, I sold like 75% of my position. I still had 25% I was waiting to see what happens with. As soon as we popped above the 50 over here, I sold that last 25%, if that makes sense. But you guys get the gist of what I'm trying to tell you guys. So when I start doing more tutorials and stuff like that, the whole core will be focused on breakdowns and breakouts. And there are multiple ways you guys can get breakdowns and breakouts. It's not just simple trend lines and stuff like that. There are Gann levels, Gann boxes, Fibonacci levels, moving averages. There's a whole bunch of different ways to look for a breakout or breakdown. But I would be very happy if I could teach you guys just how to make money, even if you can't make money as much as you want, but you'll know when you have the opportunity to make money. I think that's the simplest way I can say it. Like, and if you do that, you're going to be much better off. And then, of course, once we get the breakdowns better, I'm also going to be doing the patterns at the same time, because a pattern breakout is technically still a breakout. So we'll be going over all that type of stuff as well. And, well, I guess I started before I got COVID here, but hold on one second. Patterns. I'm going to go over all these patterns with you in a more practical way. I've seen some good tutorials on YouTube as far as patterns and breakouts, but they never give you those little those little tips on top of it that will stop you from doing a fake breakdown or a fake breakout, which happens quite a bit. They don't tell you how to mitigate that risk. So a lot of people, when they see those videos, which are fantastic, they teach you a lot of the basics, which are really good. But when it comes to actually applying what you've learned to trading, people may, let's take a look at here. This pattern right here. Choppiness, whatever. When it breaks out, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it won't just have a clean breakout and stay above this blue line right here. A lot of times it likes to pop, then have a dip, which can be very scary, and then it likes to rip. So what happens is a lot of people that are new, they buy right here and like, okay, we're ready to go up. It's going up, it's going up, it's going up. Then boom, crashes back down below the blue line. And then what happens? After you sell it, because you're panicking a little bit, thinking it's going to come back down here, or even worse, then it ends up breaking out. So that I'm trying to be very tedious with these, because I feel like that's what's missing from a large portion of the tutorial videos on YouTube. And if I can kind of help you out in that respect, I think you guys are gonna be a lot better off, I guess you would say. I hope that makes sense. I need to work on my speaking a little bit better here, but this is as good as I'm gonna get for the time being. Let's see right here. See. Hey Anonymous, yeah, so you are correct about it being overall bearish and short-term bearish at the moment. So what you specifically just talked about how the volume is decreasing, which is bearish, right? And the other part was rising price and volume. Yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah, that is bearish. And remember, 100%. Sorry, my phone just said the current volume is at 100%. All right, sorry about that. But remember what we just talked about. What are we running into right now? What is that major level of resistance that we can't see the 5-minute chart, but we can see over here? Hold on a second. Daily. Look at that. We're getting a little too close to the 20-day moving average here. Now, while it still is bearish, and it still does seem like I would say a 60 to 70% chance we drop over the next day or so, right? There is an opportunity here, even with that low volume, to push through the 20-day moving average, which will have a pretty strong impact, because of course there has to be a lot of movement in order to cross above the moving averages. Excuse me. That could really lunge us up to $40,000 or so, which will give us an opportunity, not for certain, it'll give us an opportunity to have a breakout. And we did hear about that $500 million being moved over to wallets. So maybe they're preparing for that. Maybe they're preparing for us to drop and be able to, buy in. Who knows? But yeah, while it is overall bearish, don't forget that we do have that 20-day moving average, and sometimes it takes a lot of energy to break above that. This could just be a prime move, so to speak. But you don't. the safe play right now would be to start looking at short positions. I'm not, because I really want to see what happens here. My price target for Bitcoin when we were back down at these levels was anywhere from 38,000 to 42,000. Again, I told you guys a few minutes ago, we've hit the 38,000. I think we can get a little bit higher here, but you know, let's wait and see what happens. If you wanted to try to buy right here, it'd be a little bit more of a risky move. But I mean, oh boy, would that be fun if you guys wanted to play around with some play money, or so to speak, or even try to do it with if you guys wanted to try to start in a paper trade on this one just to see if your theory plays out. You know, can't hurt to play around with fake money. At least you can see what would have happened, what wouldn't have happened. You can record that. A lot of times, you guys, you know, I have a video on my channel talking about trading journals. If you guys wanted to have a separate trading journal for your paper trades, I wouldn't feel it was a bad idea. You could really see, because sometimes we can be much more bold, much more aggressive on our paper trades, because, of course, we're not risking our own money. So if you guys wanted to do that, I mean, I would be, I'd be supportive of that, and I would love to see what you guys, what your results would be in those circumstances. And maybe if I got enough of them over time, I could actually compile a graph to see, are people that do paper trading more aggressive, less aggressive? Are they making more money, less money? Why might that be? What are the reasons why they're trading? You know, all the boring stuff. I could break it down in analytical form, and I would love to see that data, and I would love to share that data back with you guys, because you know, it would just be very interesting to see. Like, are you guys better traders, or you guys are paper traders? Are you worse traders? You know, paper trading can teach you a lot about yourself before you even risk your own money here. I really want these volume candles to be much smaller, though. I've been moving the volume off here quite a bit. Let's see, there we go. But yes, those factors do mean more bearish than bullish, yes. Hey, Chef from Miami, hope you're having a very, very good day. Hey, the aggressive Solana is about to have a daily death cross. Yeah, I mean, most coins are looking that way. Remember, overall, most coins are pretty darn bearish here. It is what it is, but I mean, at least you can make some money shorting it if you wanted to. Over the next few days, I'd probably wait for a good price to enter in there, but yeah. Otherwise, you could always sell some of yours off if you have some, or you can just kind of keep it and hold it for the long term. You got lots of options. It's not a terrible thing. At least you can kind of see it coming, if that makes sense. That makes you a little bit better of a trader than most. Hey, Sly, although I'm holding. Oh, yeah, exactly. Most people are going to be holding in these situations. It's not a bad thing to hold here. I sold some of my crypto off last year during some of the breakdowns just because I wanted my swing trades, because I wanted to use some for tax purposes. But I mean, that's about it. Most of I have long terms I'm still holding. For my short terms, though, I'm sitting on my hands with a bucket of money, just kind of waiting to see what happens next. Oop. Somebody's trying to bring us down here. Somebody's trying to short us, but we were there with enough volume. Let's see how much longer that lasts. Hey, Ghost, happy to see you back. Took 500 on my 2 Apple calls today. Woohoo! Hey, there you go, Ghost. That's freaking amazing right there. Those Apple calls look really nice. I was driving all this morning over to Portland, but I was happy to see the market came up. All I saw was the morning when like I saw this in the morning, but this whole day I was driving, so I didn't get an opportunity to really trade it much today. But I'm happy everything looked okay. The portfolio is looking pretty good. Gain so far, you know, 8.8, like a percent, 10%, 2.5, 3.5, 7, 8.5, 5, 5, 3, 1, 11, yeah, 1, 4.5. So not bad overall, 6.5%. But of course, we only got one share of each right here. This is more just for looking at breakouts and stuff like that. So I did like the moves we saw. Maybe later on we'll look at the SPY and the NASDAQ and see if they popped above, or the Dow, and see if they were able to break above those 200 moving averages, which might lead us to a short-term rebound here, which would be kind of nice. I think we're still heading for a death cross on the major indexes, but we'll check that out a little later. Let's see. Forward call still riding. You have 5. Forward calls are pretty nice. Oh, somebody is really Some whale tried to short us back down here, and another whale said F you. Wow. Okay, well that's interesting. We'll see who wins this little battle here. Hey everyone, I think this is the middle of a giant Bitcoin long-term triple top. I mean, it's a possibility if we break out here. I mean, I would love to see a triple top, even though it would be a little bit bearish and stuff like that. It would mean we'd have a good opportunity to kind of have those nicer highs we had a while back. I mean, it would be interesting. I mean, if you go back over here, let me hop over here. You know, I would love to see us continue back up here and come all the way back up here to 71,000 or 72,000 for another all-time high before plummeting back down to earth again. You know, that drop would be kind of scary. It might be kind of just as mad as this drop is here. But I mean, I would be more than happy with it. So far, we have a decent level of support. And of course, you know, here, let me see. This level of support, guys, comes from first point of contact, second point of contact. Didn't actually come into contact with it here, but you can see it, you kind of use it as support level. So we may have an opportunity to, you know, again, break out and kind of keep on moving a little bit higher and higher and higher. But, you know, I would enjoy seeing a triple top all the way back up here. Not sure if it's going to happen, but I'd be much more bullish about the opportunity if we manage to break out above that trend line here over the next, I mean, how many days do we really have to wait until this can occur? If we stay around this range, we have a while. I mean, that's like 21 days. So we'll definitely have some time. And if we come back down here, like, you know, we're back down to these levels, that 21 days turns into 45 days. So it could definitely be a long time. Now, I think we're going to be due for some volatility before that, but, you know, just going off of that data alone. See, hey Ghost, Mike, am I okay? Extremely tired. As soon as I'm done with this stream, I'm gonna hang out with my mom for a little bit, learn how to use my camera, my new camera, and then I'm going to pass out because I have to help my mom get to dialysis at in the morning. So I have to wake up for that and help. I have to let her healthcare person in. So, but I drove like 3 hours, no, like 2.5 hours to Portland today, 2.5 hours back. So the majority of my day was driving over to Portland, which is pretty fun. But the camera I got was definitely worth it, and I didn't have to pay any pesky sales taxes for it either. Let's see, hey Patrick, is DWAC on a daily breakout? DWAC, oh. So I know the breakout you're talking about. This is the breakout you should be looking at though. That's the breakout you really want to see. So what you're probably looking at is something like this to this, where the breakout occurred yesterday, right? This is fine. You had a couple opportunities to buy yesterday for two reasons. One, this would be Friday, excuse me. Friday is because it broke out technically just by going sideways here, but it managed to hold on to the 20-day moving average, so this would have been a good buying opportunity. If you wanted to buy this right now on the breakout, you'd be running into this other trend line from this longer term breakout right here, which could be a little bit more difficult to pop than this one right here. And so if you were looking to buy right now, your price target would be something very short term. Oh no, this is 10% up, so it's not too bad. Why does it look so, oh, I'm on log. If you wanted to buy this, your price target would definitely be somewhere like, I mean, you'd be buying a $75 strike price a couple weeks out. You'd probably be selling it within 24 to 48 hours if you wanted to do this trade. I'd be more inclined to trade the breakout that happens from here to here. But it seems okay. Yeah, so this is a breakout, and it's not really a breakout I feel very optimistic about just because the resistance up here. But if you did want to trade that, you could definitely do that. A lot of times these shorter breakouts don't really do much for you, if that makes sense. So a good example of this might be Tesla. What a bounce off of that 200-day moving average. So you can see right here, long breakout. When it broke out, it ended up doing some nice moves, even though it had a short-term hump in the road. What you're buying right now is something more like this, where it was an aggressive downtrend, right? And when it breaks, it has a little bit of a move, but not nearly as strong. Now, I don't even think it'll be that aggressive of a move unless it breaks out of something else too. Is a better example of this. This probably wasn't the best one to choose. Yeah. But you get the point what I'm trying to say. Yes, it is a breakout. It is a breakout. It is a breakout. Somebody's trying to pump this sucker up. There you go. Okay, sorry about that. Hey, Patch, thank you, Mike. I got in this morning at 7:50. Oh, then, yeah, you should be fine then. Just understand that white line, that longer term trend line, is your current resistance. So whenever you feel like you're making a profit off of it, you can just sell out of it, okay? Don't hold it too long, as the majority of the time they get rejected. The market's in an okay position right now if you wanted to hold a little bit longer. But for when I see something like that, that's a pretty aggressive downtrend, the pops are usually pretty short. So what I'd be looking at is maybe just scaling out or just selling whenever you feel like you've made enough money, if that makes sense. So just don't hold it for too long is what I would say. Don't hold it for like more than a week. Because by then, with all the news, the way the news cycle is working right now, we could be having a golden week the next week or just a tragic week next week. So, you know, gotta be careful about that. But that's for everybody. Let's see. Hey, L, thanks for what you do. Did I see what happened with BitTorrent? I don't know. Did they ever put it back on TradingView here? Crypto. I'm guessing it's the new BTCC. See, I don't have the data anymore because they made all new charts. Hold on. They messed up my whole process with this. 3 month. I hate this. Yeah, I gotta figure out how much I actually have here. I go to all. Nope, it just started 111. Yeah. Okay, well, let me just see the price right here. So 243. That's not what I'm looking for. It does look like it's had a crazy bad move compared to everything else, so I still think it's fine here. But I do know about all the revamps it had and stuff like that. I just wish the charts were able to kind of go side by side, if that makes sense. But it is at 5% today, so I do like seeing that. I gotta check to see how much mine is worth, and I can actually give you a better understanding of what's actually going on here with BitTorrent. But I don't like the fact that they added supply to the mix. But it seems like the market doesn't agree with me on that one. It seems like the market still feels fine buying it, which is fine. So here. Okay, hold on one second, guys. I want to fix something on my end very fast. And I'll go back over here to the second. Yeah, there's a fun little battle going on here between whales. And it's not, I mean, it might not be too, like medium whales, not aggressive whales, but just kind of, they're trying to influence this right now. What you're seeing right now from the bulls is the bulls are trying to break us above the 20-day moving average. So they're trying to get us ready so we can have a big day tomorrow. Bears are trying to just push us down so we have no chance of going, no chance of breaking out above the 20-day moving average today, which is pretty darn interesting. I want to break out. I don't know if we're going to break out of the overall trend line, but I sort of want to break out just for some people to get some short-term profits, and for everybody that wants to short, you'd have a good entry position up there for shorting too. Let's see here. do the trick. Sorry about that. Alright, but before we go back over here, I wanted to actually take a quick look to see what everything is going through right now, at least the coins that we normally talk about here. So I want to get out of Bitcoin for a second. How's Ethereum doing? Really? Huh. My Ethereum stuff went away. That's interesting. Okay, well, that's fine. Hold on a second here. There we go here. Ethereum's breakout is a little bit more long-term than Bitcoin, if you want to say that. So hold on one second here. See, this breakout is like a long time in the making right here. Look at that. It's going to take a while here. But we just had the death crosses for Ethereum as well. The one that's a little bit closer, the one that's going to be more realistic to kind of time up with Bitcoin's breakout, is going to be something like that, right? If I pull up Bitcoin here on the daily, and I have this one right here, and put the white, you guys can see how they're somewhat close to the breakouts. Now, I would say that Bitcoin's a little bit closer, of course. They really do look like they want to break above these 20-day moving averages, though. We'll see what happens. I mean, this could be a really good day for a lot of people tomorrow. We'll see how it plays. I'm not buying anything just yet. That doesn't mean it. Not because I don't think it can pop up above it. Mostly because I'm just gonna be busy tomorrow, like really busy with helping my mom get to dialysis and stuff. Let me look through some of these other coins here, though. We'll know when Bitcoin's in trouble and Ethereum starts breaking down below this trend line here. And we'll have another short-term one right here. Yeah, that'd be a nice breakout there. Okay. Doge broke out here, didn't do really much anything. Wow, this kind of stayed stagnant. Came back down to test support, curling back up a teeny bit. Still on the downtrend. Has an opportunity to have a golden cross a little bit faster than other coins, though. This is kind of nice. Excuse me. Matic broke down, consolidating, found support. Where did it find support at? Support. Okay, yeah, that's probably Fibonacci level around there. This one's we're gonna end up coming back up to it. Okay. Matic is fine. ADA looks fine to me. It's consolidating. This one looks more bearish than bullish, but we'll see what happens there. XRP broke down, consolidating. It looks like it wants everything. Some of these things want to pop up before falling off a cliff. Ethereum Classic close to breaking out here. Oh no, not a breakout anymore. This is old. There you go. Not close to a breakout anymore. Close to running into the 20-day moving average though. Luna had a pretty good day yesterday. It's fighting with the Fibonacci level from a while ago though. Was not able to close above it, unfortunately. But there's a move for Luna here. I think Luna could be a big mover coming over here. Remember, I told you Luna, FTM, and I think the other one. Those were the some overbought coins that they have a lot more room to come down. They've been very volatile compared to most other ones. So I could see this Luna being a good thing to keep an eye on it. Keep it on this one. Was she been doing anything special? Wow, consolidating that support. I mean, just flat out consolidating right here. Could have a pop back up here to 2417, which could be nice. EOS flirting with support, can pop pretty soon. DOT gonna come up here, maybe $21 or so. Anything else? STMX way back up here. Looks fine. Engine already at resistance. So some of these look okay. Some of them look FTM. At support, hasn't really broken down yet. Hasn't even had a death cross yet. FTM should be interesting to watch, but nothing really crazy there yet. ICP still hovering around support, not doing anything crazy. ICP could have a big day tomorrow as well. Link, not much. LTC, not much. Support mana, rebounding up here a little bit. I would want to buy some mana. If Bitcoin starts to look like it's going to break out above the 20, I think buying a mana would be not a bad idea. Elon Doge broke down, found support, tried to pop back off. I don't like it too much, but it could have a good day. Sol looking okay, found support, curling back up. Looking to run into the maybe until 113 bucks or so by the end of the day. And XLM consolidating, trying to break out here a little bit later. I can adjust this down now, but yeah, I'm gonna run into the 20-day moving average pretty soon. So a lot of these coins have opportunities to make a move, which is nice to see. How aggressive that move is going to be yet to be seen. But there's an opportunity here today for Bitcoin to really have a surge. Otherwise, today, like today's day candle or tomorrow's day candle might be a little bit more of an aggressive loss. I hope that's not the case, but I'd like to see a pop happen sooner rather than later, because that'll buy us a little bit of time to try to break out above this this trend line we've been tracking for the past few weeks. And again, if we break out of that trend line, we can get a little bit more optimistic about Bitcoin, a lot more optimistic about Bitcoin. Still overall bearish, but I mean, there's an opportunity for us to have a reversal. You'll probably see a lot more whales buying in. So, there's a chance there. There's a chance there. Let's see. Hey, T, I'm doing good, my man. Thanks for asking. And hey, Miss K, what's going on right here? Oh, yeah, we just talked about sheep. Oh, good. Okay, there we go. Hey, Squirrel, thanks for being a member. VeChain, I haven't looked at VeChain in a minute here. Well, that's why there's that breakdown right there. Found an old level of support. Where's the support over here? Okay. Yeah, support / resistance. Okay, I see where I'd stop there. Had the death crosses already. It could pop up towards close to 6 cents over the next 24, 36 hours, which would be pretty nice if Bitcoin's able to break above its 20-day moving average. It could be fun to buy a little bit here. Going into the future, is if Bitcoin does end up coming back down to $20,000, though, be very careful, because you can see VeChain come back down to like probably around here, like 2.5 cents or so. Hold on. That kind of matches in line with what Bitcoin would fall to, so careful of it. Ooh, excuse me, guys, my throat's not doing so hot. Yeah, there's an opportunity here. Until Bitcoin really has an opportunity to like break out, I'm still going to be bearish on this. But I do think down the road, this is still something I'd want to be holding for a long-term bounce play, a pop play, so to speak. But I want to be very picky about where I buy that, open my position at, because it'd be something I buy and pretty much just forget. But for now, I think the opportunity is there if you wanted to buy a little bit now and sell it around 6 cents or so. I think the opportunity is there. Right here. Hey Neil, nothing crazy is going on with Ethereum at the moment. It's just trying to come into contact with the 20-day moving average. Maybe have a pop back up here towards $3,000 or so. So you're going to have a pretty decent day right now, but what everything's waiting on at the moment, let's see if I can pop this up here. So here's the 5-minute chart with Bitcoin. I'm going to try to put up another moving average here. Do I have an old one? Let me exit this one. We don't need anymore. Let me go here. And we're going to do the 20 on the daily right here. And if I kind of scroll up far enough, you should be able to see what I'm talking about. Squeeze it down. There you go. I wish I could, let me change the line to something a little bit more colorful so you guys can see it. Maybe a light reddish? No. Hot pink. Hot pink it is. See this line right here? That's our current level of resistance as far as Bitcoin's concerned. It also matches up with the previous neckline that we had of 39,600. All right. I should probably change this to that exact number just because it is so such that, now it is. All right. Yeah, 39,600. That's that level of support we want to stay at, our level of resistance currently. If we're going off of traditional head and shoulders logic, we should come up to this level and then get rejected and then continue to fall back down here towards 36,500 levels. I'm hoping we have an opportunity to break out above that anyway, though, because if we do manage to break above the 20-day moving average, remember, anytime you break above moving averages or break down below, those candles seem to be a little bit larger, a little bit more extended, which means a little bit more volatility involved. So we might have an opportunity if we pop up here, 3% gain for Bitcoin. We might actually have a 4% gain, or we come up to like $40,000 or something around that level. So it could be one of those really good days, and of course you'd see altcoins come up a lot more because of that. But right now, that is a major level of resistance we want to find a way to break above. So until that happens, I'm still pretty bearish on Bitcoin, but if we can do that, show some short-term bullishness, and it would be an okay opportunity to start buying some right now in anticipation for that if you guys wanted to. But again, I'm not, because I'm going to be too busy to actually watch this happen later on tonight and tomorrow. But, I mean, we broke down. There was a play to make some money there. We managed to get some volume to pick us back up. There is volume involved here, which looks pretty nice. Let's see if that volume can take us to the next level here. Maybe even the 15-minute chart looks a little bit nicer. Maybe let's look at the 2-hour chart. There you go. Oh, and you can see we also have the 200 moving average above us as well there too. So 46 minutes left. I mean, yeah, this might happen after I'm done streaming, to be honest. If we do have a move, it'll probably happen sometime later on the night. And that's if we have a move, because remember, we do have a lot of resistance above us. 3-hour, anything above us? No, not for a while. 4-hour, anything above us? Not for a while. So 3, 2, 2's right there. 1, nothing. Had a golden cross, which is nice. 45, nothing. 30, nothing. Okay, so everything's fine so far. So we are looking good here. We're looking good. We have an opportunity to break out. Some people will take this chance, some won't. It is a little bit more of an aggressive play. It's not your traditional breakout, but if you wanted to try to trade off of some momentum, this could be something you guys are looking to play around with, right? So, but at that point, it's up to you. I'm not going to tell you guys exactly what to buy and what not to buy just right now. I know we're Square Bagel. And hey, Dana, happy to see you back. I love how you kept this site polite and respectful. You're always so helpful, and I just love the people that you help too. Keep up the great job, and thank you for your input. Hey, Dana, I really, really do appreciate it. And Dana, get forward to the new content I'm pushing out, because I went out to Portland today. Let me get another cup of water here. I went out to Portland today, and I got a new camera. And the camera was a little pricey. It cost me like $1,900, $2,000. But whenever I purchase something like that, I want to actually physically buy it in person, because I don't want to have it delivered. I don't know how many times during COVID people say a signature is required for an expensive purchase, and nobody has asked for a signature. I just find it on my porch like 5 hours after they dropped it off. I don't want that to happen with this camera, so I bought this one. Let's see right here. This is B&O. My friend always tells me to get stuff from here. Not the Pro version. Yeah, this one right here. So it's the Blackmagic Design Pocket Cinema Camera Pro. So this is going to be perfect for me doing videos, and you guys will, like, I'll have the camera set somewhere around here. I'll probably try to find a table or something I can sit down here. I might just use my tiny coffee table and just kind of sit down on like a futon or something like that. You guys won't tell the difference. And I'll just kind of use it as a little desk, say hello, blah, 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 blah. And then I'll say my little spiel about, hey, here's what, like, hey, everybody, welcome to the channel, the intro, the hook type thing. After that, I'll probably be standing up with I'm going to get like a glow in the dark or a light up pointer type thing. And then I'll be doing the breakdowns of where Bitcoin is going in the future. That way, I feel like you guys like both ways that I give you guys technical analysis. A lot of times I'll give you guys technical analysis as far as, just the stuff we're doing right now. Charts, lines, stuff like that. But when I can show it to you guys on the 77-inch, and I can just kind of point to specific things and then go back into that same video on my Premiere software and do some pop-ups saying, hey, this is that price right here for like a double flash. Here's the price for support, price for resistance, MACD levels, all that type of stuff. It makes it a little bit easier for me, and especially since I'm working on having a whole bunch of presets right now for my Adobe Premiere. So Dan, I look forward to all that new content. And a heads up to all of you guys that are watching right now, I encourage you guys, hold on one second. So I'm making this channel be more about streaming, where I give you guys more like, you know, me time with updates about what's going on. You guys ask me questions, all that good stuff. But I'm also, I also have another channel here. I'm still working on the images and stuff, but it's called Breakout City Tutorials. And basically this is where I'm going to put all the tutorials at. So if you guys take a second and actually subscribe to this channel, I'd really appreciate it. This is where if you guys want to learn how to go trading full time beyond what just me teaching you guys and talking to you guys about stuff during the streams, this is where I put all that nitty gritty stuff. Unfortunately, not too exciting, but hey, the money is going to be exciting enough for you guys. So I would encourage you guys to subscribe to that as well. I'm excited to see where that channel goes here pretty soon too. Let's see. Hey, Square Bagel, we use Blackmagic cameras all the time for work. They are great. I know. I just don't know how to use them yet. They're so overwhelming for me, basically. I have a bunch of tutorials I'm gonna be watching here later on tonight. I'm excited to learn how to use it, and I'm just gonna practice with Loki, taking some film footage of Loki, which will be pretty fun. But yeah, I'm excited to see how everything works out. It doesn't look like it's too complicated. It seems like it's complicated until you understand it. Then once you understand it, you're pretty golden. So I'm going to enjoy taking some time to do that. Hey, Dana, I appreciate it a lot. Thank you very much for being a member. I wouldn't be able to buy all this type of stuff if it wasn't for the members, so I really do appreciate you guys. But I'm really excited to see how that camera works out. And it'll let me give you guys a more professional vibe to the channel. There are YouTubers out there that I like in crypto that have been doing a very good job. Well, I like their style, but I'm trying to go for a different vibe. I like the tech creator vibe, the guys that kind of test out products and stuff like that. I like that vibe, and that's the vibe I want to kind of move to the channel in that direction. You guys, I mean, it'll be a nicer video for you guys. It won't actually change the amount of information I give you, but it's just something that I've always kind of had a dream of. If I ever got a YouTube channel, I would make my stuff look like these guys. A good example of the type of quality, because I want everything to look kind of nice and pleasing to the eye. Kind of pleasing to the eye. There's a guy on YouTube. He quit YouTube a while ago because he made enough money. He was like, I want to go do gaming for a living, and I was like, dude, go do you. What's this guy's name? Let me just search. Bose Sound Sport Review. If I type it in, Jim's Review Room right here. Yeah. This guy's channel right here, Jim's Review Room. Oh, this guy. Now he quit a while ago. He quit a long time ago as far as YouTube's concerned, like a year ago now, right? But if you go to one of his videos here, and you just see how nice it is, like crystal clear quality. He'll pull up a whole bunch of cool stuff in there. That's the type of vibe I want. And I want, like, I want you guys to be able to see the information as well as just hear it come out of my mouth. So I'm learning how to do that. By no means am I experienced in the world of editing videos, but I'm hoping to get there. So, it'll be a fun ride for you guys to see how the channel changes over time. I bet for you guys that have been here for a while, you guys have seen a little bit of a change over the channel. So, I'm excited to see where it all goes along. See. Hey Neil, it's my first time buying puts. SPY was running a lot today, so I did a put on it. Yeah, you could definitely do that, Neil. Looks like we're trying to do something here. I only like to trade on breakouts and breakdowns, though, so I'm a very conservative trader in that regard. But I know, I don't know if you're in the Discord or not, but I'd hop in the Discord every now and again. I'm still growing the Discord here, so there's maybe like a few people talking there on the daily basis, kind of giving out plays to each other and stuff like that. But I would ask some questions in there, and I think you could the responses you get would be illuminating as far as like when people are buying and when people are selling and stuff like that. That's the way I love to do it. That's why the reason I made the Discord. Oh my God, is this a baby cup and handle? Look at the little cup, little handle. Is it gonna pop? Oh God, I have never seen a cup and handle on a chart before. It's already not a handle anymore, but I thought there was a possibility where we just kind of go pop like that. But yeah, we could still go up here. But I was really excited to see a potential cup and handle there. I'd been like, oh, that would have been amazing. But it didn't happen. That's something I really want to see a little bit later down the line. Hey Square, can't wait to see Loki videos. Yeah, I know. I need to buy some new. Storage SD cards and stuff like that here pretty soon. Apparently that camera has so much quality, like data or whatever, it takes up my SD card pretty darn fast. I have a 64. I think I need like a 120 or the 536 or something like that. But the SD card that would have worked best, it was like $400 or $300, and I was like, no, thank you for now. I'll buy that a little bit later on. Okay, we're still popping up here a little bit though. That's nice to see. Let me see. Oh, excuse me. Okay, there we go. Dude, a fluffy Loki there, yeah, that'd be really nice. Oh, let me go right here. So remember, guys, I'm about to head off here in a few seconds as I chill out. I'm exhausted, but I wanted to stream with you guys a little bit since it's Monday, and Monday is always a fun day. That 20-day moving average here, that 20-day moving average is the level we really want to break out above. Right now, what we're dealing with here is if you go to the, this is the 4, you can kind of see how close we are. Yeah, we have an opportunity right now to get back up towards like $39,000 or so. I think it was the 2 hour. Yeah, 2 hour though. We're looking for a pop. I wouldn't be surprised if we, yeah, next. This is 2 hour chart. Next 2 hours and 40 minutes, we don't make a strong move up towards 39,000 at least here. So I'll be looking for it. I mean, it's only like $500 away, so not a crazy type of thing. Should be right. So we'll see how it all pans out. Because remember, guys, if we can break out above the 200 here on the 2 hour chart, then we can start getting more golden crosses, which could definitely start building more golden crosses here as we keep on going and going and going, which, you know, gives us the opportunity to get back above 40,000 and then try to break out, which could change this whole ball game for Bitcoin here, at least for a couple weeks or so. But that's what I'd be hoping for, because right now, the 3 hour chart looks like we're primed to go. 4 hour chart looks like we're primed to go. I really want to see a nice move here over the next few minutes. And, you know, if you guys did want to try buying some altcoins, now would be the time if you guys are going to try to play this. Don't buy anything if you don't want to. This is just me saying, hey, if you want the opportunity, there's definitely going to be one here pretty soon. So have some fun with it. Don't get greedy about it. Don't get greedy about it. But if you guys make a few percent profit, you know, a few percent profit, at least you made some money that which you can invest over time. Okay. Let's see. Oh, there you go. All right. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your night. I will see you guys. Hold on a second right here. Oh, actually, okay, should be fine then. All right, yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Okay, thanks everybody. Relax a little bit. You guys don't have to trade this if you guys don't want to. Whales could always come in here and mess things up for us. You guys know how it is. But yeah, have some fun. Check out the charts if you guys want to. What I would say, I have the link down for BitGip down below. If you guys have them, I would use their paper trading and try to do a paper trade on it rather than kind of trading on money, especially if you guys are going to have enough time to really be watching it overnight because we sleep, right? All right, everybody. Cough. Have a great rest of your night.